A game for the ages in Waco. I'm Barry Tramel along with OU writer Ryan Aber. We're at McLean Stadium where on Saturday night was staged one of the wildest Oklahoma football games of all time. The biggest comeback victory in Sooner history. OU beats Baylor 34-31. Oklahoma trailed 28-3 in the second quarter. Hope looked lost, but the Sooners had a dominant second half.
Yeah, they did. All around, offense, defense, especially the defense. The defense was phenomenal. Baylor didn't get a first down in the second half until their final drive of the game. They got a couple quick ones, and then Nick Benito comes up with a big interception. Oklahoma's defense forced 2 turnovers in the second half of this game. Parnell Motley with the big-time strip, and then Nick Benito with the interception there to seal it at the end. And just a phenomenal second half for OU.
Sooners couldn't have played much worse in the first half. Baylor's offense, which had scored 2 offensive touchdowns in regulation the previous 2 games against second division Big 12 teams, scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter against Oklahoma, 2 more in the second quarter, and the OU defense was just not good at all. And the OU offense was as bad as we've seen it maybe in 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it was the worst half of offense probably since the Russell Athletic Bowl down with Trevor Knight at quarterback a long, long time ago, it seems like, back before the Lincoln Riley era. But in the second half, they were fantastic. I thought the big thing was that Lincoln Riley didn't get outside of what their game plan was coming in. They still relied on the run. They didn't try to score quickly, which I thought was big, especially without CeeDee Lamb in this game. They stayed in the framework of their offense. Kennedy Brooks was fantastic there in the second half, and they spread the ball around, especially to a lot of young receivers, most notably Austin Stogner and Theo Weiss.
Ball control was incredible. The Sooners get 5 second half possessions. Those drives lasted 13, 11, 12, 11, and 8 plays. Baylor had only 16 plays the entire half. So Sooners were very methodical. Without CeeDee Lamb, he was held out for medical reasons. We think he probably suffered a concussion against Iowa State. Big plays sort of evaporated, but the Sooners churned it out with Jalen Hurts. Did not have a great game. 3 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and an interception. But in the second half, he played winning football. Sooners made a bunch of big plays in terms of clutch plays and put themselves in position to win, and then they won.
Yeah, the way that Jalen Hurts reacted to that last fumble, the fumble where he's going into the end zone, it looks like Oklahoma's going to cut it to 7, and you almost felt like maybe that was their one chance to get back in the game. Well, it turns out it wasn't, because they forced some Baylor turnovers and get back in it that way. But the way that Jalen Hurts especially reacted to that, after that, really collected with himself, played within the framework of the offense, and didn't make really any more mistakes from that point on.
Well, it was just a monumental victory, puts Oklahoma in the driver's seat to make it to Arlington, probably against Baylor. Baylor and Oklahoma, unless both lose out, they're each going to make it to Arlington for a Big 12 championship game. And there, the Sooners will have the momentum, but Baylor had it today, and the Sooners won it. Let's go to the